Welcome to Healing Life with Positivity 24/7, 365. 365 and 24/7. This is a platform where we constantly focus on positive things. We do it deliberately, we do it intentionally, we do it obsessively because we know that being addicted to positivity is probably going to be one of the best addictions that you absolutely could be addicted to. It's a beautiful thing. Why? Because the world needs more positivity. And then that addiction to positivity becomes contagious. This is the purpose for this platform, is for this message, these messages, these angel messages to become contagious and to inspire other people to go around spreading positivity in a world, baby, where it's absolutely needed. If you are new to this platform, welcome. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. I feel like you are exactly where you're supposed to be. If you are returning back, welcome back. You are my beautiful Soul Tribe family, and I genuinely love you all so very much. If you follow me on the other platform, thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your love, your support, your beautiful comments. I am eternally grateful to be here with you again today. So we always start these sessions out, these spiritual sessions, with 3 nice deep breaths. Why the number 3? I don't know. I just feel like 3 is the magic number. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Try to pull in as much air as you possibly can. Hold it for as long as you can with your full body, meaning seeing air go into your entire body, expanding outside of the lungs with air, right? That's just the visual that I can give you. The beautiful part about this exercise is that you can't mess it up. So you can join in or join out or maybe just sit quietly, whatever you decide to do. I'm just glad that you decided to stop by. We're going to start this breathing now. This is a beautiful reminder to just go with the flow. In through the nose. So breathing by way of transmuting unwanted energies, stagnant energies. Obviously, we're in a world with other people. And sometimes I feel when you are sensitive to energies and empathetic, you can pick up other energies, right? Be that at the gym, at the store, wherever it is that you go about your daily routine and or errands. Obviously, we encounter people of different energies, high, low, middle frequencies. And so breathing is so vital. If you don't do anything else, and I say this to myself as a kind reminder as well, breathe. When in doubt of what to do in any energetic experience or something that you feel, you're not sure of what that is that you feel, just breathe. I don't know. It's been proven, tested and tried for me, and it has worked very, very wonderfully. And so breathing, yes, that is the purpose for breathing. So as we go with the flow, let's just see what the angels are reminding us all of today. Ooh, thank you, angels. So the universe is saying, if you're feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that you are receiving that's coming your way, trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction that you want to take. So, right now with retrograde energy, I feel like sometimes that spin the block energy could cause what appears to be confusion. I feel like if you've gone through enough retrogrades, transformations, going within with yourself, being honest with yourself, enough hermit modes, you will absolutely be able to decipher and or discern what is confusion by way of illusions. What does that mean? A lot of this stuff is not real in terms of the energy, right? It's just really kind of like an energetic audit. It's your way. Retrograde is a way for you to spiritually audit yourself, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hey, you're really good about, what happened in 2008. Oh, are you really good about that one person that did this? Hey, have you really forgiven yourself about this? And one thing that retrograde will do that I know for sure and for certain, it will absolutely check you in all directions. Okay. That's another thing with retrograde. I noticed with communication, I have to really be mindful of my say and how I enunciate, because retrograde is a kind reminder to be mindful of the words that you speak into the atmosphere and the universe. So because I speak for a living, right? I was born with the gift of gab. I came out of my mother's womb gabbing at 5 years old. I had a lot to say at 4 and 3. I was talking at 8 months old, and my mother said, this child is born to talk. And so that's just the fact, right? And so because I communicate, I feel like retrograde Gemini energy is always very patient with me. It's 11:55 on the clock, because I always have a lot to say, which is really just a form of expression, I guess. I always have a lot to say. Some people are just born to talk, and some people are born to listen. I don't know. But even when we're quiet, we're having conversations with ourselves. Some of them go, public. Some of them are amplified outside of us, and some of them are just internal conversations. So needless to say, be mindful of your say. Today, I am mindful of the words that I am speaking upon myself, along with the words that I think towards myself in the atmosphere, because I know that thoughts are things. And so as I master myself, that is my today's affirmation, I will consistently, deliberately, intentionally, on purpose, focus on that in a positive way. So shall it be. That is today's affirmation. I dare you. Truth or dare. I dare you to tell yourself the truth all day. I dare you to focus in on that which is positive, obsessively, consciously, deliberately, on time, right? It's on the itinerary. Oh, I got to get up. I got to do this. Oh, I'm also going to obsessively have good, positive conversations with myself, be that out loud or just quietly. The conversations are still being registered by way of your energetic signature. You are absolutely manifesting by way of what you speak. So be mindful of your say. This says the angels are reminding us today, make today your new beginning. So we're going to say together, hey, today I make today my new beginning. I got a new beginning today, a new fresh start, a new fresh body, a new fresh spirit, a new fresh mindset. And today I take with me wisdom as well. Try to leave any past mistakes, any lingering, energies that you no longer need. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. So you say that in a way, hey, self, how you doing? This is how you have a conversation with self, right? Not that you need my permission, but here's just a kind example. Hey, self, we don't need the past anymore. You know those mistakes that we made? We learned a lot. Yeah, we made some really good mistakes, and I refuse to let those things weigh me down any longer. After today, I'm going to come into agreement with myself that whatever is weighing me down, I have naturally eliminated that with love, peace, and patience within myself. And anybody that I've wronged, knowingly or unknowingly, I forgive myself and I forgive others, and I move forward. Move forward today, it says, with a confidence, a self-confidence, knowing that you have a better and brighter days ahead. Oh, I like it. I like this for 2025. So we're going to obsessively, compulsively right now just claim that January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November 2025 is going to be a beautiful year, and that we will obsessively, compulsively just work with ourselves, being patient until we master this art of just leaving things in the past, letting things go, letting it flow. Listen, meet me in spiritual court. It gets real interesting in spiritual court, y'all. It does. It really does. Because you know why? Karmic energies, things that need to be balanced out. But the more that you ascend to your highest good, you naturally, organically will learn to just go with the flow as it relates to yourself. Because if you're not pulling for you, who's pulling for you? You are the one that is showing up for self today. So today we say to ourselves, hey, self, how you doing? I love pulling myself to the side, y'all. Can you tell? And I love having real conversations. Hey, self, how you doing? Yeah, today we're going to be the best version of ourselves, obsessively, compulsively, deliberately. And guess what? Yes, I'm going to show up for me today. I'm for me today. I may not be for everybody, and I'm okay with that, but I'm for me today. And that sits well within my spirit. That right there helps me sit in this optimum energy by way of optimum health and optimum mental health. And my nervous system and my faculties are all in alignment with high vibration. And baby, I'm having a really good time while here in this earth. It really does become an energy. You know, it really does. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope that you're listening to this either top of the morning, middle of the day, before you go to bed. Every moment of the day is an opportunity to invite positivity. If it's good, take it in, right? So next year, I've made somewhat of a pact for myself, and I've already started. And I was doing this previously, but I feel like I want to get back on track with this, where I have literally started to isolate the things that I see online or selectively, right? What I'm allowing in. So now everybody that's on my Instagram, I'm doing positive affirmations, life coaches. I need to connect energetically on a higher level. 2024 was the year of accountability, the year of karma, okay? The number 8, infinity symbol. What goes around comes around. 2025 is about endings, permanent endings, right? But with the permanent ending, meaning putting all things out that no longer serve, you know, you at this point in your life, because we're looking at everything as it's all good. Even the bad experiences, it was all good. You needed that. You didn't even know how strong you could be. You didn't even know how much of a healer you were until you were faced with something that was trying to threaten your destiny or your life or your health. Or at least that's the way we are deciding to see it. And how you decide to see it is absolutely going to be your best asset. So decide to see it as it's all good. Were there people that hurt you, cheated on you, tried to steal from you? Yeah, but it's all good. You didn't even know your own value. You didn't even know your own strength. You got up, you got knocked down a couple of times until you started to stand in your power. And you said, you know what, I'm going to stand in my power. So these experiences, right, that used to be tumultuous or maybe something that appeared to be devastating are now the biggest triumphant, that's what I was gonna say, the biggest triumphs of your life, you know. Sometimes my spirit is just so full, y'all, I get into a flow. It's not scripted, and I thank the Most High for that, because I too am listening to this higher wisdom by way of my higher self. Support your higher self. So the angels are saying, have more faith within yourself. So today you say, you know what, I have more faith in myself, that I can do all things. I can do anything that I want to do. I'm going to keep myself in alignment with positivity. It doesn't mean that anger doesn't exist, but I know what to do in those moments if I get a little flustered. What energies, what people, places, and things am I submerging myself in that I've not removed myself from, that are igniting some form of anger? Anger to me can be used in cases like somebody is really threatening you, right? Physically, okay? Otherwise, anger should never be displaced. Take it out at the gym. Take it out on a hike. You know, channel that energy. It's the same thing with sexual energy I've had to learn, right? With being celibate. I heard somebody say to me one time, you know, when I say I heard them say, it was like I was on the outside of the conversation. I was looking at myself and them by way of my higher self. And I heard them say in the conversation to myself, oh, celibate, that's boring. I said, ooh, interesting. I never saw it that way. I saw it as me breaking soul ties and clearing out my energy and calling back my power, because I know that sexual energy is very, very powerful, right? But for them, it was boring. Now, in hindsight, looking back on that conversation, getting outside of it, looking at myself and the person who was on the other end of that conversation, you know what I saw? Somebody that had a sexual addiction. This person got like 2, 3, 4, 5 lovers, sexual parasites, you know, just whoever these people are, they're all a reflection of who they are, but they don't want to admit it. And really, it's just a form of insecurity. You know, when you feel like you just spreading yourself around to any and everybody, yeah, you pretty much have defeated yourself, right? But to each his own. Let people live their lives the way they want to live their lives. The only time it should become an issue is when they want to force you into a lifestyle that you don't want to get accustomed to. That's the only time I got an issue. When I see people doing things that I don't do, I'm like, okay, that's what you want to do. That's what's up. All right, well, deuces, you know. Or if I see an old version of myself on somebody else, I can kind of read the energy. I'm like, That's interesting. Yeah, but that's how you want to live your life, right? As long as it doesn't involve me to the capacity where I have to invest my mind, my body, and my spirit, hey, I'm good. Do you? Listen, I just had to get that out. Maybe I went on a little bit of a tangent. I hope somebody can use this. I hope that this information is useful. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you remember a circumstance or a situation where you absolutely just outgrew somebody, right? Because there were times in my life, honestly, y'all, that those conversations didn't bother me. But now that I'm like going within and I understand spiritual parasites and soul ties and sex being very sacred, that it is a ritual, child, I'm so mindful. Oh, I be like, I done broke too many curses off a bloodline to just be jumping back in a big old gumble of, of curse, soup, if you will. Jambalaya. No, it's a hell to the no. We've broken too many curses off of our lineage, right? So now when those pop quizzes come around, retrograde energy, spin the block energy, maybe habits that you've gotten rid of and foods that you don't eat anymore. Retrograde is really interesting energy, the way that it tests you. It's very interesting. It's very minor in comparison to how people beef up retrograde. Retrograde is just the mirroring effect. That's all it is. It's just going to mirror back to you what it is that you are. Now, if you have somebody that wants to spin the block, then maybe there's something in you that still needs to settle the score energetically. It doesn't mean that you have to connect with all people that you've broken up with or anything. Maybe in the ethers, you just need to settle the score like, oh yeah, I remember him. Oh yeah, I forgive him. Now let's move on, right? It doesn't mean that you're planning by way of your retrograde itinerary for the next retrograde for you to have to deal with that same concern. No, it doesn't work like that. The way I choose to see it, and maybe you see it differently, share your comment down below, is retrograde is like a mirror. Retrograde is only showing me the things that I need to work on. And as long as I got things that I need to work on, I'm going to be here in the 3D for a really long time. And I'm really excited about it. When I met a lady, 99 years old, baby, and she was sharp as a whip. There was nothing wrong with her cognitive faculties. She didn't even wear any glasses. She was amazing. She says, I'm 99. I love her so much. God rest her soul. She says, I'm 99. She says, and I'm still learning. Child, it took so much pressure off of me in that moment. I think at the time I was younger than I am now. But I feel younger than I did back then because of what I know. But listen, it took so much pressure off of me being in the presence of wisdom. I'm looking at her like, you've been here 99 years. Okay, I really need to pay attention to what's going on. So you mean to tell me? Oh, okay. So we keep on making mistakes. Cool. Whew, I took that pressure off myself, that guilt, that shame, that needing to be perfect. Whatever that was that I was holding on to, it really just took some pressure off of me. Because I was sitting in the presence of 99 years on the planet, and she was speaking to me in a way that she was mirroring back to me what it is that I needed in the form of an answer. Deep down inside, I was like, when does this stuff stop? When do we get to the point where it's just, okay. And you do get to a point where it's just, but you got to create it. You have to be willing to do it. You have to co-create it. You got to see it, say it, want it, taste it, be it, right? So as we manifest new versions of ourselves, as you're working on your new body, what does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it feel to be in optimum health? And really give reverence and a lot of energy to that. Your whole body, all of your chakras should be engulfed in imagining what this highest version of yourself looks like. What does she look like? What does he look like? What does he sound like? Energetically really get into character. What does the physical body feel like after it's broken all of these toxic soul ties, right? And embody that energy and feed the body more of that so that the body makes it so. Okay, listen, I went on a good tangent. I got that message. I don't know if anybody else did, but I absolutely did. Thank you for allowing me to be myself again. Be proud of who you are, how you've navigated every curveball that life has thrown you. So today, listen, celebrate yourself. I think every day next year, I'm just going to celebrate it like it's my birthday. I'll always burn candles, but I might even get me like, something to put a candle and just sing happy birthday to myself as I'm reborn every day. Do it with me. Let's do it. Why not? I mean, who says that we can't? And just celebrate every curveball. People, oh, well, what are you serving today? Or what are you serving? What are you serving? I'm serving myself up a little birthday energy. What are you celebrating today? I'm celebrating the fact that I have successfully survived every known and unknown curveball, even the ones that I planned for and the ones that I did not. That in itself deserves to be celebrated. Who else is going to celebrate me other than me, better than me? Nobody. Even if people come along and they admire you, oh my God, I love your hair, I love your nails, I love your this, I love your that. That's nice. Oh, that's so nice. But what if they don't? What if nobody celebrates your accolades? Who's celebrating you if nobody's celebrating you? And not curbing your enthusiasm. When I realized I was around a bunch of people that I had outgrown was when I decided to call my power back and I removed this people-pleasing version of myself that I was for them, and I just started to please myself. It became an issue and a problem. But guess what? I couldn't be upset because that was the way the relationship started out. I was a giver, giving. However, I did it to my own detriment. I overgave. So much so that it gave the person the impression that I didn't need any help. I didn't need anything back in return. The moment I decided to do an address change by way of where my spirit was residing and what I was pouring into, it became an issue for people that were very codependent. Literally, there was anger, there was tantrums. I wanted you to do this for me and you weren't there. And I'm like, okay, what's the worst that could have happened? You did it for yourself. Can you move your hands, your eyes, your fingers, your toes? Can you think for yourself? This is when I realized, oh, okay, I really need to break up with these versions of myself that cater to these relationships. And it became an issue, y'all. I lost a lot of people that were people that I was supposed to know at that time. That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? Because they were very useful. Remember, it's all good. They taught me something about myself. And I realized, oh, okay. Even with my children, I had to set a boundary. I said, oh, no, I can't. If I keep doing this, I'm not going to make it. Because I thought that it was understood that me giving to you meant that I wanted you to give to me just the same. Until I realized, oh, no, these are just takers. But I'm putting them in a position where I'm making them feel safe enough that I got it. I can do it all, right? And they get a chance to just kind of relax. It got so bad to where it was like, oh, can you pass me this? People didn't want to get up to get anything. They misunderstood the kindness, and I misunderstood the assignment. Once I corrected myself, all those relationships fell apart. All of them. God bless them wherever they are, though. It's 12:12 on the clock, right? God bless me wherever I am, too. Yeah, I didn't want to be a reflection of what I saw my mother do, right? We learn that. We learn it. Yeah, where did you pick that up? I had to talk to myself, where you pick that up? Okay, let's go back to age 12. Okay, what's going on age 12, 13, 14? So I went back into those shadows. I had a conversation with myself. I became the mother figure that I really wanted to be to myself. Because in that moment, I saw my mother as a child, only a reflection of her own insecurities and what she saw growing up, right? Where did I learn this people pleasing like this? When did what? No. Exactly, right? And it wasn't to my own detriment, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't that weak. I ain't never been that weak. It was only to the people that were close to me, like family members, right? I've always kind of been feisty. I know how to speak up for myself, but it was the family members. Ooh, that's where my people pleasing. It was like, oh, but that's your sister. Oh, but that's your mother. Oh, but that's your, and I'm like, one day I was like, I gotta go. I looked at my family. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't talk you out of suicide no more. I'm not picking up your children anymore so that you can go around and just, lollygag and do whatever. I'm just not going to do it. No. And once I did,